Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison Rouse. We're going to have some cocktails and rocktails today over here at Cocktails and Rocktails with Notorious Groupie me. Also, author of this little book we've got tonight, The Life and Times of Notorious Groupie me. Only half the story. Link is in the description along with my merchandise, with the alcohol we're going to consume today and a few other things. So always go down like it's the 80s. Hit that description. And another, as I always like to start out my videos, lots of love to everybody I'm meeting, that I'm talking to, that are being active, even you haters, because you're spreading me all over the place too. So much love to all you guys. Can't even tell you how much I love you. And another, inspired by things that have been sent to me by people I've met through, and this one's actually part of this. Today's topic is a couple different things. We're just gonna have a little talk today, like a real Rocky talkie. And the first part is inspired by Diana Williams, otherwise known as DD Thunders, a really awesome groupie from. She was a few years older than me, started maybe about 5 or so years before me, hung out with a lot of people I did, from Metallica, Judas Priest, all kinds of people. I love her. She needs a lot of love and prayers right now, so everybody send out some loves for Diana Williams and DD Thunders. She's most known for Johnny Thunders as well. So thanks, girl. Love you lots. Prayers out to you, and thank you for inspiring a little bit of today's Cocktails and Rocktails. So we're going to have Mother Earth. I love these guys. This is their Cali Cream and Orange Sickle, because we're just, like I said, gonna have a nice little talk, kind of hang out and talk about a couple things. So everybody, get your creamsicles, kick up your feet. Ooh. And let's have a little Cocktails and Rocktails. Cheers, big ears. That is so good. Oh my god, Mother Earth, you guys always do a great flavor. Your original Cali Creamin', delicious. This one, even better. These guys are available around the United States, so you guys hit that link in the description. They're awesome. And no, I'm not sponsored. But okay, so anyway, first subject of today's little Cocktails, Rocktails, Rocky Talkie. We are going to talk about the proposed tour that is probably going to be happening next year with Dick Cheese's Rex and Phil from Pantera. Yay! Oh, I don't know what to think about this, because when Vin died, he left the business of Pantera to Rita, which was incredibly smart. She's an amazing woman, totally smart, much more forgiving heart, which she actually does approve of them going out and playing all the Pantera songs, because she's right. Pantera's music was amazing, and it does need to still be heard and still be kept alive, because it's so relevant. And you know, it's sad that, because they really are, next to Metallica, the second biggest metal band in the world. So I understand that aspect of it, but on the other aspect, I fucking hate Rex. I think he's a piece of shit. Homeless looking Steve Buscemi, and smells like dog shit on the way. I mean, this guy slammed Vinny and Dime left and right in his book. But since, you know, he didn't really write any of the songs or anything like that, he only got certain money from touring, and, you know, not the same royalties that, you know, Vin or Dime or maybe Phil get for writing the songs. I mean, Phil is just a fixture in this band that stands there and plays bass, and then goes around like Uncle Fester to, you know, groupies backstage who all reject him. Oh, I can't stand that man. Phil, I can see why he's doing it, you know. I mean, I think Phil has a little bit more legit reasons. Rex is definitely money and fame, because he's nothing when he's outside of Pantera, and has nothing outside of Pantera. But Phil at least has done other things, and I think while money is a motivator for them, I also think that it's more a motivator for Rex than it is Phil. Phil definitely still has a passion and a love for Pantera. And, you know, there were rumors that even Vinny was like maybe because Vinny's the less forgiving of the brothers. That maybe they were even talking about kind of going out as a tribute to Dime, because from what I read, Reed is not going to, and I could be wrong on this, but what I surmised is Reed is not going to let them play under the name Pantera, but as, you know, a whole Pantera show, as keeping the music going, not as a tribute band, but as praise to really, you know, what Pantera was, because Phil really and Rex really were a part of it. I think Phil more than Rex, but so that's going to be happening next year. And like I said, I kind of go with Vin, and I think I'm still holding Vincent Paul's grudges for him, maybe in a way. More against Rex these days. Phil, I could see the forgiving and moving forward, and, you know, letting him go out, and even if the brothers were still alive, reforming Pantera. But after the things that Rex said about the brothers in the book and Rita, you know, Vinny never gets laid. Well, you get laid a hell of a lot less than Vin did, bitch. So shut up, Rex. Trust me, I was one of the women that rejected you in Salt Lake City right before Vin and I got together in Seattle a couple days. Yeah. I don't like Rex. I think he's a piece of shit. Anybody could have been the bass player in Pantera, but it just happened to be him. And there's better bass players. Yeah. So, but you know what? I would go just to be curious, just to kind of see. And because I love Pantera's music. So, it would be great to hear that live again. Oh my God. And God, just to feel the spirit of Vin and Dime and what Pantera used to be, just to hear that music, I think I would go. So is it a bad thing? Not necessarily. Is it painful? Yeah, it's kind of painful just to realize that they are going to go out and play Pantera's music without Vin and Dime. But they were the biggest metal band in the world, and it really does, their legacy does need to be carried on. So fucking crazy. We're going to see Phil and Rex on the stage together for the first time in a long time. I'll be happy to see Phil, but Rex, sit and spin, bitch. There you go. Alright, and second topic we're going to talk about. I'm going to clarify a few things on my previous Ego Trip with Metallica vlog. Okay? So I've gotten a lot of emails. One of them was from someone who was claiming James and the guys are baby sacrificers in the Masons, and that they know. It's not that they've been told, that they know. Well, I'm the female side of the Masons, you know, Rainbow Girl. That's how I met David Lee Roth and lost my virginity, was at a convention for the Rainbow Girls. My family's male side of the family been Masons for as long, on my mom's side, for as long as I can remember. There's a few other musicians, big time, including John Entwistle, who were Masons. But do they sacrifice babies? No. In fact, Shriners Hospital, guess what? Those are Masons, people. They're not sacrificing babies. They're empowering and healing and giving families who can't afford it a place to be and to take their children, and for children to live long, happy, healthy lives. But and the guys in Metallica, Kirk could not hurt a fly, let alone do something so atrocious. I don't think any of them could. And, you know, despite what I say, and this is going to be, but yeah, no, that's false, you guys. Don't, if they're Masons, that's one thing. But don't think the Masonics are like some higher New World Order, Knights of Templar, kind of QAnon bullshit. Because it's not. It's a charitable organization. And a brotherhood and a sisterhood. It's no different than a sorority or something like that. It's all inclusive of all kinds of different people from all different walks of life. And one of the things I love about it, because you learn so much about helping others and being a bigger person than yourself. So if they're Masons, that's what they're doing. They're not sacrificing. You think this is Mayan rituals? This is 1724 BC? And we're down at Machu Picchu? No, darling. No, we're at, well, most of us in this world are more sophisticated, sophisted. Some of us get fisted. But no, we've come a long way, and we have a reality, and no, they're not sacrificing that. They're not doing that. And a second thing to whatever dude that I ended up blocking in the comments on that last Metallica video, dude, I'm not bitter. I may say call me, but understand sarcasm and joking around, and that I unlike you, dude, and some of you crazy Metallica fans, because again, not the majority of the Metallica fans are really fucking awesome people. You guys are so cool. Really, but it's that small percentage of this guy saying, and people freaking out because I say the band that I knew is extremely different and egotistical and everything that they said they would not be. That's my opinion through experience, and you guys don't have the same experience. Or backstage, someone had said, well, that's what they show publicly. Yeah, and guess what? Everybody, one thing I learned from rock stars, including Metallica, never let the world see or tell them what you don't want them to know. So you're just hearing and knowing what they want you to see and know. That's it. I give away, but like I said, my book is only this much of the story compared to this much because I told you what I wanted you to know. There's so much that I keep to myself because you have to keep something to yourself. And these guys do that too. And keep in mind, I don't follow them on Twitter. I separated myself from Metallica for 30 fucking years. And really only kind of started talking about them again and being more involved with the Metallica machine because of my book and my association. And yeah, I'm not ashamed, and I'm proud to have known the guys during their most magical, wonderful years. I got to see that. I got to be there. But I don't follow Twitter. I don't follow their kids on social media. I don't go on gossip boards. Every topic that I have, especially in Metallica's, is either my own personal experience from my book or something that may not be in the book, or inspired by one of the awesome fans that I have conversations with. And I think it's great. I think it's awesome that I get to meet people and get to know more people, but I don't go out of my way to associate myself with Metallica or James. And I don't go out of my way to look for topics to talk about concerning them. The one that I just posted about the ego trip, that has been my opinion since the fucking Black Tour. And if you are so shallow that you cannot spend 5 minutes Googling that or reading my book, which came out 9 years ago, 2014, so 8.5 years ago, if you cannot realize that this is a conversation that I have stayed true and steady with for over a decade, ever since I had my website that kind of put the feelers out while I was writing the book and stuff. This is an opinion I've had. This is not something I made up because you think I'm bitter because he's dating another chick. Let's talk about that. When I say call me James, it's all in fun and games and sarcastic. Would I reach out to James? No, fuck no, I haven't. I chose to separate myself from Metallica back then. Will James reach out to me? Oh, I have no expectations of that. And even if he did, oh my God, there's a whole reality of how different people we are now, our different opinions and politics and lives and things that we may, kids and all kinds of things that, no, it's a lot to handle. You know, could he ever handle my book? No, he didn't care for games I played back then either. So there's a lot more when and if you don't know sarcasm or joking around or tongue-in-cheek, God, I am so sorry, dude, that you don't have a motherfucking sense of humor, but that's not my problem. But don't come on here acting like I'm doing everything I can to scrap and hang on to a band that I chose to walk away from in 30 years. And just because I say the last show I went to was around 2005, 2003, doesn't mean it was the last time I sat in a hotel bar having a drink with a few of them. Does it? No. But then again, I'm only telling you what I want you to know. Just like they do. Who do you think I learned it from? Metallica and all the other rock stars I've known. And like I said, I don't go out of my way to look for topics about James or Metallica. Things just fall into my lap. And you think those pictures I posted, you're going to tell me where they came from? I know where they motherfucking came from. They sent them to me. And I know a lot more shit that I'm not talking about because I still know people who are deep inside that Metallica camp. And I don't care because I'm only telling you what you want, what I want you to hear. And there's a bunch more that I'm not going to tell you because, no. Someone has to know when to stop and what secrets to keep. And trust me, Sweet Pea, I'm keeping a lot of them. And if you guys who have read my book or have not read my book, learn how to read between, and you still want to criticize a bunch of things and believe in what they've told you publicly, read between the lines. Because I have talked about a lot of things about, yes, I talked about the egos happening on the Black Tour and how Danny and I were just heartbroken because this is everything they said they would never be. I've talked about that for years. And that was my 100% opinion. There's no bitterness. If James has found love again with someone, that's great. You know, even in one of my previous videos, before all this, even knowing what I knew then, before I posted this months and months ago, I said, you know, I may not like Fran, but I hope 30 years I'm hoping that marriage goes the distance. And unfortunately, but you know what? If he's happy and he's found love and his heart and soul are free for the first time and he's opening himself to, because of this person, because of this new woman, good on him. That's fantastic. When you care about someone and you know someone and you know who they were compared to who they are now, you're not always going to agree with what your best friends do or with what your husband does or your wife does or your lovers. And you're going to have that, it's not my favorite thing about this person moment with all kinds of people in your life, your siblings, your parents. You're going to have that moment. You are not going to love everything about, you're not going to agree with or enjoy everything about them, but you still love that person no matter what, flaws and all. And this happens. Do I love James? I loved him a long time ago. I don't know who he is now. I know what I don't like what I see about him now compared to what I knew before. And that's all I can say. Like I said, when you love someone, you love them for everything that they are and are not, and their flaws and their beauties and their intelligence, and you just say bless your heart at the dumb things. Yeah. Because James and I's politics alone, I don't think would fit. I mean, he went on Joe Rogan, for fuck's sake. That tells you everything you need to know. That's not my kind of radio show. So, you know, stop, like, making everything I say, like, a desperate attempt or 100% reality, because it's not. It's said in fodder and fun and laughter and light. And if you don't feel that, don't bring it to my channel. Don't bring it to this table, okay? Like I said, I am associated with Metallica because I was so lucky to be there for the most magical, passionate, amazing, ascending years to the band that they are now, which I'm sorry, they're not a band anymore. I got to know them when they were a band. But they're not a band anymore, they're a machine. That's it. No heart and soul and passion. And if you don't like me saying that, hit the highway, sisters and brothers. Go on back to your Reddit threads and cry and whine and whatever you do over there. Because again, I don't go out of my way looking for all this shit. But you sure as hell go out of your way looking for me to trash on me because you don't want to see reality. Well, that video, Mr. Whatever or whoever you were calling me bitter, that's reality. They don't talk. I'm sorry that you can't grasp that, or that you're so butthurt that you're in the corner crying that Metallica's not everything I thought they were. Oh my God. Get over yourself. You're a grown-ass man. So there you go. To clarify everything about Metallica, oh, sweetie, I'm a champion for love, whether it's found with me or somebody else. And would we ever really call each other? No, that's not, in my mind, a reality. So, hope you clarified, the haters. But you guys still spread me, so love you too. Alright, so there's kind of our little, just jibber jabber for the day, a little bit about the Pantera, which I actually, on one hand, I kind of hate it. On the other hand, I want to hear that music live again. It's gonna hurt because, you know, I spent so many years standing by the drum kit with Vin behind the drum kit, watching him play. I've never seen a Pantera show from up front or the side of the stage even. I'm always by the drum kit where Vin could see me because that's where he wanted me. And because Cat had the really awesome weed, his drum tech. I loved Cat's weed. Gets so high. I wonder if Cat, well no, because Vin's not out there, so I don't think Cat will be out there either. Bummer. Hope you're doing well, Cat. You're awesome. And there you go, to also clarify some points up about Metallica, about what this person, a couple people commented. And I'm sorry if you can't grasp the reality that was right there in front of your eyes. That's not my problem. Sorry. So, there you guys go. Hope you enjoyed a little jibber jabber today. Like I always say, hit that share button. Hate me or love me, hit the share button. Hit subscribe, and you know you want to touch my bell. And we will see you next time here on Cocktails and Rocktails with notorious groupie Allison Rouse. Now you know why I'm notorious. Because I don't pussyfoot around. I don't fucking put on some stupid ass airs. And I'm just fucking real. And I'm going to tell you my real emotions and real feelings. And you know what? That's probably the best thing about this channel is I get to just say what I want. True to my heart and soul. Try being that. Alright, you guys. Thanks again for all the love, all the support, all the amazing new people I'm meeting. You guys are fucking awesome. All the old people that have been around for a long time. I love you guys too. So we will see you next time here on Cocktails and Rocktails. Cheers, big ears. Oh, yeah, it's so good.